Good morning, children. How are you? I hope you are spending your holidays judicially. Now, I am your physics teacher. My name is Ramani. I'll be handling physics for you. Okay. The very first chapter in your physics is reflection of light at curved surface. Now, what do you mean by reflection? Before going to the chapter, let us look into the definition of reflection. What is reflection? Reflection is nothing but throwing back. Reflection is nothing but throwing back. Let us say you are throwing a ball at the wall. Now this ball doesn't come in the way you have thrown, but makes certain angle. It comes back like this, such that angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. This is how the ball comes back. Okay. In this chapter, in the very first chapter, we will be learning about the nature, behavior of light rays when they fall on curved mirrors. Okay. Curved mirrors indicate what? Either it is convex mirror or concave mirror. Now, what is a convex mirror? This is what a convex mirror is. It will be coated backside. Here this will be the reflecting part. This is called a convex mirror. Similarly, if the coating is behind like this is called a concave mirror. So in this chapter, we will be learning about behavior of light rays when they fall on convex and concave mirror. Also, we will be learning about what kind of images will be formed on the convex and concave mirror. Okay. Now, in this video, we will be discussing about three topics. First one is laws of reflection. Second one is finding normal to a curved surface. Normal to a curved surface. And creating parallel rays. Okay. Now, in your 7th and 8th class, you might have learned about what are the laws of reflection. What are the laws of reflection? The very first law says, if you are incidenting a light ray here, this represents the normal. This is the normal. This is the incident ray. And here the reflection takes place. This is angle of incidence and this is angle of reflection. The very first law says that angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. What about the second law? Second law states that incident ray, normal and reflected ray lie in the same plane. That is, if this is a board, this is one plane. Now, all these rays will lie on the board itself. That is called the second law. That is, incident ray, normal and the reflected ray lie in the same plane. This is about laws of reflection. Now, next, finding normal to a curved surface. Generally, what do you mean by a normal? A normal is nothing but it is the perpendicular. Okay. Normal is nothing but it is the perpendicular. Now, let us say you take a foam which is in the shape of a rectangle and fix pins such that they make 90 degrees with the foam. Now these pins represent normal at these points. This is about a flat surface. Now what about a curved surface? Bend this foam like this. Bend this foam like this. These pins still represent the normal. Now if you can extend them backside, they all meet at one point. Or if you are bending it inside, still they all meet at one point. This point. Okay. Now this point is nothing but it is the center of the sphere. It is the center of the sphere from which this foam is taken. You can imagine this foam as a part of a sphere. The part of a sphere, then this point and this point represents what? Center of the sphere. So in order to find normal to a surface, normal to a curved surface, let us say you have a curved surface like this. I want to find normal at this point. Then what I have to do, from the center of the sphere, I have to draw a line. This represents normal at this point. This represents normal at this point. That is about finding normal to a curved surface. The very next topic is creating parallel rays. Okay. Now the third point is creating parallel rays. Now what we need in this activity is, take a thermocol which is in the shape of a cube like this and fix two pins parallel to each other. Now what you do is, take a candle and put it behind this thermocol cube. Now because of this candle, you can see that the shadow is formed. Shadow of the pins are formed like this. You will see that these pins appear to be diverged when you are keeping the candle close. Now try to move this candle away from this thermocol cube. You will see that instead of getting diverged rays, the pins appear to be parallel. So by this activity, what do you understand? Whenever a light source is far away, you will get parallel rays. Whenever a light source is near, you will get a diverged rays like this. So if you want parallel beam of light rays, you have to keep the light source should be sufficiently far away from the object. Then only you can get the parallel rays. For instance, we can take sun always to create parallel rays because sun is sufficiently far away. So in order to create parallel rays, we need to keep the candle far away so that you get parallel rays. What is the need of creating parallel rays? That we will discuss in the next topic.